Hey, ballers, Squiggles here. I'm going to be casting a game between I am MVP and guess who it's going to be? It is going to be MMA. That's right, MVP versus MMA. And I tried to do research, guys, and I do not actually know what this was played for, but it was a best of 5, and this was a pretty sick game, or so I've heard, that was played during this series. So I'm not sure what it was played for, but I don't really care because it's MVP versus MMA, and that is what I'm excited about. Two of the top Terrans in the world going to battle it out on Shakuras Plateau. You can see they're spawning in close air positions, so we're going to have to see if any kind of Banshees or anything comes into play in this game. But if you cannot tell, I'm just like spazzing out. I'm so super excited, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see what these guys are going to do. And also because I'm a Terran player, which I think everybody here knows, I am just looking for builds to borrow / steal, and between the two of these guys, I am sure there will be a great build coming out. I'm actually sure there will be two great builds coming out because, like I said, two of the top Terran players in the world may actually be number 1 and number 2. I'm not sure, but these guys are really, really good. Always just have great, strong showings. You can see MVP going to go for a Rax, pretty standard. You know, I do like it when Terran decide to get the barracks, because it allows you to do stuff like anything else you could possibly want to do. You have to have the barracks. But I'm looking at 14 supply for both players, so it looks like both of them going to be doing some kind of fast expo play. Otherwise, you'd get that gas geyser on 13 after the Rax goes down. So, and I mean, that's great. That's a great choice on this map because, I mean, it's so easy to take this expansion. You can just have this nice little choke you can defend. And, yeah, so already we see a little bit of deviation, and the main form of deviation actually is that MMA is going to go ahead and scout first, and he is going to be sending that guy out. You can see he's actually scouted way before MVP, so he wants to really understand where MVP is and what exactly he's doing. I mean, we can see that he is going ahead. He has this Rax down. He is getting Marines, throwing down the second supply depot, and I expect a command center to be following pretty soon. Now, it looks like MMA scouted in the wrong direction, but he is going to get up into the base anyway. Yes, indeed. And meanwhile, it looks like, oh wow, it looks like MVP going to get into the base as well. There is no second Marine coming out for MMA, so MVP going to see absolutely everything, which is a lot of nothing here. But that's going to tell him everything he needs to know. It's going to tell him that there's a fast expo going down, but I think he already saw that running by here. And now that I look at the mini-map and see that he indeed did do that. Okay, a couple of gas going down for MVP and a couple of gas going down for MMA as well. So far it looks like these guys have the same basic ideas where they go 1 Rax, fast expand, add on 2 gas geysers. So they're going to definitely be catching up as quickly as possible in their tech. You can see already SCVs are like, let me mine gas, I want to get gas. And excuse me. Now, it looks like somehow MMA managed to pull a little bit ahead here. He has, well, he did have 1 more supply. Now he has 1 less supply. But his command center is going to finish just a little bit in front of MVP's command center. And look at this. MVP is going to move out. I put on a little bit of pressure. 3 Marines and an SCV versus 3 Marines. 4th Marine coming right now. But with this SCV, if they target fire the SCV down instead, then it could actually give these Marines the chance they need. No, it looks like it's going to be close, but it looks like MMA is going to reign supreme, killing that entire poke, has 2 Marines left, and is instantly going to send these Marines out to what this split would tell me is that he's going to go to these 2 Zelmago watchtowers. Looks like MVP is going to go ahead and run away. Oh, by the way, I should say, I don't know if I've done it yet, but if I mix up these 2 players' names, because MMA and MVP, like, they start the same, and if I get excited and start talking fast, I may do that. So just know MVP blue, MMA red. So if I misspeak, don't hold it against me, please. Thank you. All right. Now, what is MMA doing? Looks like he's going to be getting a factory and a starport and floating this barracks over here. Meanwhile, it looks like we have a starport going down for MVP as well, who has his factory already done, throwing down that tech lab. And, yep, tech lab going down for MMA, or yes, MMA as well. See, now I said it, and I'm just, like, psyching myself out. Looks like MMA is going to do a whole bunch of, like, switching as soon as those 2 buildings finish. And meanwhile, it looks like expansion is pretty much safe for both players. This SCV is going to go run over here. Is he going to expand super fast? That would actually be really cool. That's like a super fast expansion. Like uber fast, like a 7-minute expansion. Are you kidding me? Wow! That is such a fast expo. Oh, I never see that. Wow. Okay, so now we see our first deviations. We see Blue Flame coming out for MVP. Meanwhile, we see Banshees and Cloak coming out for MMA. Now, MVP is going to get out a Viking just to help deal with those Banshees, although when Cloak finishes, the Vikings are not going to be nearly as effective, although with scans they still could be. So it looks like MVP with a few Marines, does have that reactor on his barracks now, so he can get Marines 2 at a time, is going to be going for a lot of Hellions, there we go, and some Marines, and a couple of Vikings. Meanwhile, it looks like Cloaked Banshees are going to be on the menu for MMA, and he is also getting a few Hellions. There we go. Jeez, so many different units. I cannot keep them straight today. And he's getting Blue Flame as well. So Blue Flame is going to finish quite a bit sooner for MVP, but that is because he is really, really powering toward getting that upgrade, and he did not get Cloak. So Cloak is almost done. Second Banshee on the way. Meanwhile, lots of stuff, lots of shenanigans. Oh, looks like this Banshee has been found by the Viking, and Cloak is done. Yes, Cloak is done. This Banshee going to come in here and try to pick off as many SCVs as he can, maybe get some scouting. And there's the scan, and it does not look like this Banshee. No, there's no way he's getting out of there. And a hail of missiles, he goes down and dies. I should say really quick that MMA doing a great job of controlling both of these watchtowers. That's very, very good. And second Banshee going to be flying over here now. These Vikings are actually in position to catch sneaky Banshees. This Banshee is more forward, and so he's going to be able to get in. There comes the Cloak, and he's going to move in here and see how many kills he can get. How many can he get? We don't know. On the minimap, we can see that MVP is moving out during this, and it looks like 3 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills. There's the scan. 6 kills. Can he get a 7th kill? 7 kills. Can he get an 8th kill? No, 7 kills. But pretty good. That Banshee definitely paid for himself. Now there's a Raven out as well, so Cloak is not going to affect these Vikings anymore. And here comes a lot of Blue Flame Hellions roasting a ton of SCVs. Wow. And Marines coming in as well. And now these Hellions actually had a nice concave here, which prevented MMA from pushing back into MVP. Now there is a Cloaked Banshee coming out, so he's going to try to push back this force because he can't really do anything. But here comes the Raven with the Vikings, and now this Banshee is going to have to run for his life. And actually, there isn't really anything that can shoot air in MMA's base, so this Raven and these Vikings are going to just have their way with this Banshee as he forces himself into a corner and cannot go anywhere. He's going to be taken out pretty much for free. So nice little job by MVP there to go ahead and harass and get that. And oh no, this orbital, nowhere to go. But keep in mind, this base is up for MMA, and I do not think MVP knows about it. So even though MMA is in kind of a crazy position, here he goes right now, and it looks like auto turret has been thrown down. Lots of Blue Flame Hellions roasting absolutely everything. Marines getting roasted here on the side, and it looks like Blue Flame Hellions are now going to be running up into the main of MMA, and it does not look like he has much to deal with it. And these Blue Flame Hellions deal damage so fast. And here they are in the mineral line. They're going to be running around, and it looks like they could get some absolutely devastating shots off. Tons of SCVs going down. More Blue Flame Hellions spawning for MMA at the same time, and it looks like he will, in fact, defend and hold, cleaning that up. But he has lost a ton of workers, and it looks like, oh no, MVP may not be done yet, because with these 4 Vikings, if he lands them, yep, and here they go, landing these Vikings, they actually don't take that much damage from the Hellions, and they can kill a lot more workers. More Blue Flame Hellions from MVP running in here, but MMA has lots of Hellions as well, and he's just trying to figure out a way to deal with this harassment. Meanwhile, you can see over here on the minimap that he still cannot mine from his natural. His 3rd is up, which is pretty good. And MVP, though, with a huge supply lead, doubling the supply almost of MMA as he just casually lifts up these Vikings. Looks like he is going to go ahead and run away, saving 3 of the 4 Vikings and his Raven. And let's take a look at how many workers are left. It's 49 workers versus 22? Versus 22. So if we go to the workers killed, we can see 38 workers versus 19 have been killed. Blue Flame Hellions are so unforgiving. Meanwhile, it looks like there is a Banshee over here with 6 kills, and he's going to continue to rack up kills, although he's not going to get too many more. Looks like 7 is going to be the magic number. Oh no, another Banshee running in here and just not even doing anything, just giving a free Banshee away. That's never good. Oh, and here comes the Scouting Hellion from MVP, and it looks like he is going to see this Marine, and after that he could run up here, and he is going to see the 3rd. Oh no. Well, it couldn't stay hidden forever, but it has no defense at all. Its defense was its hidden nature, and now that it is no longer hidden, a lot of these SCVs are going to go down. It looks like MMA is trying to defend with his own Hellions here, and yes, indeed, he will defend. But the gig is up, and since he knows that his opponent knows he's there, he's going to have to go ahead and actually defend that now, instead of just letting it mine nonchalantly. Oh, this tank with a couple of kills, killing off those turrets. Yes, indeed. And, oh, here we go. We have Vikings. We have Ravens. And on the minimap, we have so many Blue Flame Hellions. So MVP is in love with Hellions, and he is just going to go ahead and do the Hellion harass / just smash your opponent in the face all day long. A couple of auto turrets going down. Going to delay mining at this base. Kill maybe 1, 2, 3, there we go, 3 SCVs, maybe get a 4th actually, it looks like, yeah, nope, never mind, not going to get a 4th, but at the same time we have Blue Flame Hellions running up here, Blue Flame versus Blue Flame, there is just more for MVP at this base. He's going to clean up all of the defending Hellions, and now he's going to roast all of these workers as well. So MVP again, 90 supply over 41 supply of MMA, and MMA is just in a lot of trouble. He has no air control. He has a couple tanks, but his tanks are too slow to get around just the amazing mobility and damage that these Blue Flame Hellions can do. I mean, and look at this. The Hellions, there's so many of them, they're like, whatever, I don't care, I'll just take out the tanks. Deciding maybe that wasn't the best idea, as he loses a few Hellions for free, and because there was the Banshee, he decides to back off, but did actually a lot of damage to the siege tank. Oh, over here, wow, I missed a big drop there. Apparently this medevac did quite a bit of damage. We can go and look at the workers killed, and you can see that, oh, wow, lots and lots of workers killed for both players now. So good job dropping there. The problem is there's no army. Like, there's no army. It's 23 supply versus 64, and 24 workers versus 8. Oh, no, that's no bueno. And look at this. Looks like transition into Thors. Mass Thors going on right now. We have lots of Blue Flame Hellions still, plus 3 Thors on the way. And I don't think that MMA is going to have anything to stop these Thors. I mean, I'm looking at his base, and he's not really producing out of any of his structures because he has no economy at all. He's trying his level best to just get as many mules and stuff as possible. Oh, man, I just messed that up terribly. There we go. Whoopsie-doops. And it looks now like here comes MVP for the kill. Will MMA be able to defend? Just now getting his orbital back, so he has 2 bases. One is totally not even saturated. He's building 1 more tank, so he's going to have 4 tanks and 4 Hellions to defend against more Hellions than it's nightmares about those Hellions, or happy dreams, depending on your view on Hellions. And here comes Thors. These Thors, look at how fast they're going to take down this orbital command. Doesn't even matter if the orbital lifts because Thors can shoot air as well. Moving up, breaking the ramp, and there's the GG. So MVP totally outclassing MMA in this game, and there was just so much damage done with these Hellions. I mean, I know Blue Flame Hellions are good, but I haven't seen such commitment to going Blue Flame Hellions in a long time. Like, he had 4 factories pumping nothing but Blue Flame for a very long time. And then he just threw on a couple of tech labs and switched over to Thors. Didn't even go siege tanks, just went Thors, because siege tanks are great at breaking Thors are great at breaking siege tank lines, and he also knew his opponent was not going to have that much stuff because of the sheer damage that those Hellions did. So great job by MVP, really showing why he is the Game Genie Terran. He just appears to be nigh unbeatable in all the games that I see him play. He's just so phenomenal, and he's actually in the finals for the GSL as well right now, so make sure you check that out. All right, guys, that's all I have. So thank you for watching. As always, leave comments down below. And I'm thinking about doing another little series, probably starting tomorrow or the day after, where I go through and I give tips. I'm going to do like a top 10 things you should do if you're going to play StarCraft, or really any RTS. But hopefully that'll help some people out. I've had some people ask for that kind of stuff. I'll go over maybe some build orders and things, but like mindset and like looking at your mini map, keeping your minerals low, stuff like that, like pretty basic things. But it's those little tiny basic things that if you can do all of them all the time, you'll be a pro gamer. It's like, it's amazing. Like, it's just doing all the simple stuff, not simple, but doing all the basic things very well that is the difference between like a good player and a great player.